Hey, you just tuned in for another episode of MixelPix. This is an episode of
Transformers Timewarp.
Hey, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There are new MixelPix episodes every Thursday. Okay, so let's get on with the final episode of this review. In the previous videos, I showed the unboxing of Generation Toys' GT6 Duron Drill gift set, their version of Generation 2 Devastator, and reviewed each of the 6 individual characters, complete with scale comparisons to 2 of the signature characters from the cartoon, in their Takara Tomy masterpiece forms, MP10 Convoy, Optimus Prime, and MP21, Bumblebee. In this video, I'll finish the reviews of the character set with a review of the remaining items in the box, various parts and weapons, and the character instruction manuals. I will also do a final scale comparison of all the bots in the set, as well as one for the combined form of Devastator. Alright, let's get started with the rest of the items in the box. Here's, one of the drills. And I assume a hand adapter of some sort. I guess we'll find out. The other drill. And these drills have these little motor packs, which this little cross piece goes into the cross piece inside the drill here. So you line those up, get it to fit. See if I can get it to fit. There we go, get it to fit. And then there's this on-off button here. Just you see that right there? Turn that, and boom, you can have Duron Drill actually spinning his drills. So let's get this one activated here. And maybe the one on the left has low battery. But there you go, that's the drills. So straight out of the box, maybe you'll need a new battery. Hopefully the motor's not bad. I'm not sure how you'll open this up, but I guess I'll open it up here with some screws. And oh, looks like there's a battery compartment right here. Yeah, so I guess I might just have to replace those batteries there. Not sure what size those are, but it doesn't look like a big deal. So that was a surprise to find out when I pulled one of these drills out of the package and put it down, and all of a sudden it just started spinning, and that was a very cool find. So let's turn this off. Oh, how do I do this? All right, let me hopefully not burn out the motor. I guess I could have disconnected it first. There you go. So there's that. Oh my gosh, it took the peg right out of the drill. Well, I guess that's another way to do it too. Just put the crosshair peg into the drill. And there you go. All right, so you've got Duron drills, 2 drills, and those can be his hands if you don't want to do the regular hands. And finally, the accessories. Of course, wouldn't be complete without the chest piece, right? So, of course, there's that. Next up, we've got Devastator's chest plate. There's a spot for the logo, so that's going to be cool. I can put his Decepticon faction symbol on Gravity Builder and have him stand in my collection as Devastator. So this is also apparently an accessory for for long haul, and somehow this mounts in the back of his dump truck. Not sure exactly how, but you can see that you have some missiles there, and somehow this kind of transforms, and these guns move and things, so this extends out. So I'm not a huge Devastator aficionado, so you guys can all correct me in the comments below about what the heck I'm looking at here, but that's the chest piece, I know that for sure. So we put this all together like this. That'll be the front of our Gravity Builder, aka Devastator. Baggie of goodies here. Weapons. Accessories. It looks like a Bowie type knife. An axe. A hammer that's, kind of like something from Thor Ragnarok. Katana. And, I don't know, maybe some kind of a strangely configured gun of some sort. This might be the gun that was missing for Long Haul, because Long Haul, I wasn't sure where his gun went, but there is a gun in there with the signature gold tip that all of the other characters are holding. I'm not going to go ahead and open up the bag right now, but you've got all sorts of weapons. You've got a couple of Bowie knives. You've got like a washitashi, I guess, if that's the right term, a short sword, and a longer katana sword. So these are weapons for characters in their individual bot modes. And I suppose this sledgehammer could be used by Devastator / Duron Drill. But I think that also might be Long Haul's sledgehammer. Somebody's got an axe, might also be Long Haul, not sure. Haven't put these all to their characters yet, so. But suffice it to say, bag o' weapons. And finally, I guess, not finally, but this is the gun for him in combined mode. Pretty impressive looking. Has a good weight to it. So here's the gun for the Devastator character. Bring that handle down. Not sure exactly how this is all supposed to open up and what it's all supposed to be yet, but it looks like there's some kind of transformation that it does. Maybe this shrinks. Nope, maybe not. So that barrel, I guess, might just be permanently extended, but this does bend down, this bends up. So there's some kind of transformation that goes on here. I guess I'll find out about that later. But that's cool that there's some extra things that can be done with it. Time will tell if I'm ever interested. And last but not least, actually not even last, but it looks like we've got a Duron Drill sized katana blade. So the combiner mode's sword here, Devastator sword. Next up, we have the really long katana. Might as well open that up and take a look at it. Kids, if you're using a box knife, make sure you get your parents' supervision. Always cut away from yourself. Be very gentle when you're using this. Don't cut hard. And make sure you always stow it safely so that it won't cut you or someone else. All right, so here is the katana. Good paint, nice sculpt, and that's going to look good in Devastator's hands, or GT6's hands. And last but not least, cranes, or rather hooks, hook and arm. Nice. Looks like some good paint on here. Nice detailing. That's going to fit on Generation Toys crane, aka hook. So there you go. Nicely detailed. And just to round everything out, here are the two cabooses, the generators, I guess, that can go on to Scavenger, aka Navi, and onto Bone Crusher, aka Bulldozer, kind of in their different forms here. One with the fist out, one with the fist in, and they do open up, so you can see some more details inside here. So this can open up into some kind of a weapon platform, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how that's all supposed to look, but the fist can be raised and there are missiles in there. And I suppose it can be seated like that, as if the missiles are going to be deployed. So there you have it. All the accessories for GT6 Duron Drill from Generation Toy. And now for the Transformers Timewarp Takara Tomy Masterpiece Scale Comparison Test. So here's our final comparison of the heights of everybody. They look pretty well scaled to me. I really like the fact that they're beefy characters. You could argue that perhaps a couple of them are actually pretty close to Prime's height, but I don't count like the things like Long Haul's flip-up hood or Mixmaster's rocket launcher there. I don't really count either of those things. I just look at them bodily, and Prime's torso, or rather MP10's torso and head, are a head above, if you know what I'm saying.
Prepare to meet your doom. Nothing can withstand the might of Devastator.
So there are definitely some quality issues with some of the characters, as you've seen if you've looked at the other videos. Actually had crane/hook break on me by just simply trying to transform it without much pressure. One of the arms ratchets broke, but despite that, you can see that I was able to transform it back into the component for Devastator, and it looks really good. The scale is not necessarily there. According to tfwiki.net, Optimus Prime should be 6 meters tall, roughly, whereas Devastator should be about 16 meters tall. They list Bumblebee in a confusing way as greater than 3 meters. I don't know exactly what that means. So let's just say roughly 3 meters for Bumblebee. So I think the scale is pretty close for Bumblebee and Optimus. I think if you stand them up straight, you'll see that Bumblebee, if you stacked one on top of the other, you'd be about Optimus's height. Obviously, Optimus is larger in scale from the Takara Tomy MP10 Convoy version compared to the Generation Toy Duron Drill, aka Devastator, combined mode. But, you know, for my collection, it's fine. I don't need something that's necessarily more than 2 times the size of Optimus Prime to represent Devastator, especially when, you know, in the cartoon they have all those size changes all the time anyway. So it's fine for me. I don't care. And I think as a look, it's a cool combined character. I like the robot modes too. I think all of the sculpts are really cool. There are some, you know, quality issues, and, you know, sadly, it's not something you're just going to toss around like a toy, because it's not that sturdy. It's not that completely engineered. Long Haul doesn't really look like a complete dump truck because he doesn't have much of a bed. Bone Crusher, the arms on the rake don't sit flush. They don't pin together well, so they don't hold in a straight line. It doesn't lift very well on its struts. It looks good if it's sitting there, but it's definitely not something that you're going to go play with or transform super fast. Crane/hook, I think, is the one that most easily transforms, followed by Scrapper, aka Scraper, and then followed by Mixer Truck, aka Mixmaster. Those all transform pretty easily and are kind of fun to do. Although Mixmaster is quite complex, actually, not very simple, but when you get it all lined up, it's just satisfying. So anyway, aside from that stuff, a little bit of quality that I was concerned about here was in the back of the neck, there is that cab that breaks apart to reveal the head, and I was afraid that that was going to be some kibble that just did not live very well on the character. But once you have Hook's crane on there, it locks it into place really nicely. So and it hides it. So it's not quite as ugly when you're looking at the character. It doesn't look as floppy. I thought they maybe misengineered this, and still think it could have been more tightly done. But overall, this little flap here doesn't really bother me as much anymore. It gets tucked away nicely. Oops. And As you can see there's a little bit of an issue with this character maintaining its position, its pose, because its ratchets are, some of them are super tight, some of them are kind of loose. It is kind of off weight, difficult to achieve the proper ratio of weight. So definitely be aware of that. As you can see now, I'm having a hard time getting it back into its pose because I've messed with its angle. So anyway, there you go. Word to the wise. I was watching an MGO video. Check his channel out at MGO316, like I've said. But I think he was mentioning that he did some kind of ratchet kit to change up the ratchets on this guy. So you might want to look into that. I might look into that myself just to keep the poses more solid and not have to worry about it slipping under its own weight. That being said, I'm pretty happy with this. I really like the fact that the entire character, aside from the weapons, come from each individual robot. So when it's in combined mode, everything you're seeing here is from each of the robots except for the chest plate and the 2 weapons. And that's just kind of cool to know that the characters carry the ability to combine without having to go grab an extra thigh part or a waist or something else. As I understand it, Toy World's Devastator character has some thigh extensions, and I didn't really want that. I wanted it to be part of the characters. But whatever you like, enjoy your collection. I enjoy mine, and I'm looking forward to having this guy on my shelf for a while. Just looks really impressive. The details are really, really nice. All right, just a quick note about the instruction manuals for each of the 6 characters when it comes to combined mode. When I was setting up the characters for combined mode, found out that 4 of the manuals were good, 2 of them were not. Scavenger's instruction notebook says, for combined mode, you do this, this, and this, which actually I don't think is even correct. It's not what I did. Then it switches over to Bone Crusher right here. And you can see that it says combined mode. And over here is Scavenger, like it's supposed to be. And yet, I don't even think that's the correct transformation for combined mode. It's not. It's not. So, just beware. If you need assistance with getting anything into combined mode, go check out MGO316 at his channel. He's got individual videos for at least a few of these characters. And then he's got a video where he shows how they all combine into Gravity Builder, aka Devastator. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and you'll come back for another episode of MixelPix Transformers Time Warp. Until then, enjoy collecting, and good luck. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe for more MixelPix videos, and leave me your comments below about what you liked and you didn't like about the video. Until next time, see ya.